Do you ever feel like your ideas get stuck in your head because typing takes too long? Or worse, you lose the idea before they hit the page? In this video, I'll show you how I use WhisperFlow to talk my thoughts straight into a prompt, a document, or whatever I'm working on, and TypeDesk to cut down on repetitive typing and how these tools help me to get from idea to draft much, much faster. By the end, you'll have a setup like mine that makes writing feel less like work and more like flow. I'm Lee Drozak, the digital navigator, and around here, we're not about complicated tech setup or stacks or chasing the newest or shiny tool or object. I focus on simple, low-cost ways to save you time and make business easier, especially if you're building a solo business and you don't have hours to waste on typing or anything else. So let's get into it. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to work from Claude, but really you can use this in just about any application. I'm also on a MacBook, but it's not device sensitive. So I'm a decent typist, but speed isn't really the problem. The real problem is the friction, that extra keystroke that makes it harder to get that thought down in the minute before it disappears. And if you're a slower typist, that friction gets even worse, especially when you're already fighting against the clock. So the first application I want to introduce you to is WhisperFlow. I was introduced to this by my friend Kim Doyle, and I use it all the time. Now, WhisperFlow is a talk-to-text application, and I know that there are a lot built into a lot of devices now, especially when you're in a Mac, you have a native application. But with WhisperFlow, it goes that extra step by putting in correct punctuation and structuring of what you're trying to say. So what I do is the function key on my Mac will open up WhisperFlow. And so you can see here, once I click function, then I just start to talk and it will type for me. I hit function key and you'll see that it's starting to record me now. It won't put the text in as you're talking. It waits until you complete the thought. So I open it up, I start talking, it transcribes in real time. This part isn't hands-free, but I'm going to show you that in just a second, because this means I can just dictate ideas, outlines, and rough drafts directly into Claude, Notion, or wherever I'm working. And then when I'm done recording, I leave go of the function key, and you'll see that here it has transcribed for me. And you'll notice that it puts in the commas and the periods so that that is all formatted, especially if you're working in a document, typing an article or whatever, an email, it kind of sets it up for you. So let me get rid of this, and I am going to do a prompt for you so you can see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, but I want to do this completely hands-free. So you'll see here it says click to start dictating. I click and it's already listening to me. So you are an assistant who helps me plan content for solopreneurs. Create a 3-part content series on how to simplify your workflow. Each part should include a practical example, a mindset shift, and a quick action step. Keep the tone conversational but confident and aim for under 500 words per part. Now I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit because you'll see that it added this before I stopped. and it added this instruction when I showed you what was happening. So you'll see here that my prompt is all ready. It added in some bullet points for the different sections, and then all I have to do is click the get started, and voila, it is done. Now, the second shortcut is TypeDesk. Think of it as like a magic keyboard. There's other similar applications like Text Expander, but I got TypeDesk as an AppSumo deal, so I use what I already have. There's a lot of different applications. Bottom point is use what you have or find something that's affordable to you. So let me show you. Okay, so let's say I want to add some frequently asked questions to this article that I just had Claude write for me. So when I'm working with AI and I'm brainstorming frequently asked questions, I use a prompt so that my setup is designed for consistency. And because this is a multi-input prompt, I don't want to have to think about which parts I constantly have to fill in. I've added some fields that will allow me to import the answers. So first off, I'm going to start when I get to the point. I'm going to start the whisper flow because I use that to input into the fields. So the way that it works is you give it a shortcut so that it brings up the prompt. In this case, I'm using FAQ expand. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to initiate that, and then I will show you how it works. So here we have FAQ expand, and you'll see that right now it brings the fields that I need to fill in. So this is where I double down and use Whisperflow to fill it in. The article is about stopping the tool addiction, and I want this to be friendly but strong, and I want my answer to be brief and concise and step by step. So what's happening here is Text Expander is set up with these fields, and I just input the answer and then it fills it out. And I'll show you the prompt as soon as I'm done. So I click enter, and then you'll see here it has the prompt all set up for me, and it's filled in the different parts that I need. So all I need to do is just go ahead and enter that on the prompt. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me some frequently asked questions and some answers to that, so that I, one, don't have to constantly be thinking about what prompt do I need to use, and two, it just makes everything way more streamlined. Okay, so this is TypeDesk. This is the dashboard, and then here is the overview of the prompt, and then here is the prompt itself. So I can either go over here and copy and paste, or I can edit it. And then you'll see here that these sections that are background colored are actually the reusable fields. You can create your own. I created the 3 for this one, which was the common question is just a text field. The voice to speak in, I used a multiple choice because I know that I'm only going to use certain ones. And the same with the how I want it structured. But the structure, instead of only being able to select one choice, I made it a true multi-choice so that I could combine several if I wanted to. And then also in this particular version, I can go ahead and I can add my own shortcuts. So when I add a shortcut, I try to make it correspond with what the text prompt is because I have a lot of them. So I try to make it, one, easy to type or say, and then two, relevant to the topic. And one other thing I want to show you is that in variations, you can add variations. And I do this with a lot of emails that I have, canned responses for. One variation will be the subject line, and the second variation will be the body, or maybe if it's a prompt where certain clients get one response and then there's maybe a secondary expanded response, I would have a variation for that too. Okay, so basically, the real efficiency hack is doubling down on the tools, not just using one, but stacking them like I did using Whisperflow in TypeDesk application, where you can instantly drop in whatever text you're trying to recreate and then use the text to talk to fill in the snippets or the reusable fields. It's simple, it's fast, and honestly, it's just the way to really hone your efficiency of day-to-day tasks. And the best part is if you're like me and you like to jot notes as you're going along or ideas come as you're working, I don't have to worry about my hands being on the keyboard. I have a free hand to take my notes too. So, if typing slows you down or you're just looking to build more efficient systems, don't fight it. Build a setup that works with you and for you. Start with something like Whisperflow or any talk to text application to capture your ideas. And then add in an application like TypeDesk for the repetitive stuff and then layer wherever you can so that everything works better and you are more productive in your workflows. So tell me, what is one app that has saved you the most amount of time in your workday? Drop it in the comments because I love to see what tools you are all leaning into. And maybe there's something that I missed that I can kind of work into, or maybe I have the tool and I just haven't figured out how to use it to my advantage. And if you want more no fluff ways to streamline your business, make sure that you like and subscribe. And this way you'll get notified of the next video. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.